Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. Guys, so for today's video, we'll be doing a sit-down video, and our topic today is how are we dealing with discrimination, judgmental people, and so on. I don't know what to say, but that will be our topic for today.
Well, you would understand that with an Asian girl and a Western guy and a massive age gap like we've got, there's going to be prejudice. There's going to be judgmental people. There's going to be comments about us, people's thoughts, people that don't mind us being together, and people that think it's absolutely ludicrous and ridiculous that we, have a relationship given our age gap and so on. So, there's two aspects to it, right? There's the multicultural aspect. We're both from different cultures, and there's the age gap. So that's the other aspect. I think the biggest problem is probably the age gap.
Yeah.
But what goes along with the age gap is people say, oh, typical Asian girl, young girl trying to get the older Westerner, chasing his money and all that sort of stuff. So, this whole prejudice and judgmental thing, it first started when we finally got Jezz's visa approved to come back to Australia.
Yeah.
And we finally left the Philippines, and we had to fly home with Thai via Bangkok.
Yeah.
So we were sitting in the airport of Bangkok, and obviously Thailand's a place with a lot of tourism with Australians going there, and so that's just Australian family. There's a guy about, I don't know, probably mid-40s, and his wife who looked 50, but she was probably 40, and they had a couple of kids. So they're sitting right opposite us, and we could see them looking at us and staring at us, and there's an obvious age gap. And so, I was kind of listening into what they were saying, and I saw them both look at us up and down, and then they looked at each other, and the woman said to the husband, "It just isn't right, is it?" Like, it was so directed to us.
Yeah, I actually didn't notice it, but he did, and he can never forget it. He can never forget.
I really felt like walking over to him and saying,
your business.
Mind your own effing business. But I didn't say anything. And when we came back to Australia, that was on our way back to Australia, and so I thought, my God, is this the start of it? What are we going to get when we get back to Australia?
Yeah, well, that was my first, my first flight to come over here, so I basically, new and fresh, and
she had no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
It's really different in the Philippines. Like, nobody looks at you and thinks it's out of place. Because it's really common. There are so many older Australian guys that are retired over there, and they've
living over there, having a family over there, having businesses over there,
and they've got younger Filipino wives. I mean, look, let's be honest, all right? So, I'm an older guy, and I've got a beautiful young wife, and I think I'm the luckiest guy in the world. Not the fact that she's beautiful or the fact that she's young. She's a beautiful person, and we have a great relationship. The rest of it's just a bonus. And so, there's probably a lot of guys my age would think, wow, what a lucky guy. And I know that females in Australia
don't like it.
Are the ones that mostly disagree with it because, let's face it, these guys are taking the Australian guys away from them.
We're taking the men away from them.
And I can understand that too, but you know what? I really don't care what other people think. I really don't care, because I'm the one that's happy. I'm the one that's in love with my relationship with Jezz, and who cares what other people think? Yeah, big age gap, but so what? we get on great. We have great interests together. We have a lot of fun. We laugh our asses off at stuff, mostly at other people, because I think other people are really entertaining and funny.
Yeah.
And anyway, I think Australians and the Australian language is funny. I reckon Australians are liars. I was standing there the other day talking to this guy, and he said to me, "Oh, I couldn't get out of bed this morning." I said, "Really? Well, how come you're standing there?" And he said, "Oh, no." He said, "No, I just couldn't sleep." I said, "Well, how did you screw that up? You lay down and shut your eyes. How hard's that?" Anyway, that's just my humour. But basically, we don't care. And to carry on the story from Bangkok, not knowing what we were going to get when we got back to Australia, we got back here. We used to go shopping. We'd do whatever we did. We went places.
Yeah, and we try to look at people's reactions. So we look around and see what people would react to us. But no one really looked at us. No one really cared. I
was actually disappointed. We'd go through the shopping mall. We'd walk along hand in hand, or I'd see another couple walking towards us. A guy 50 and his wife 48 or whatever, roughly. I'd see them coming towards us, and I'm thinking, I'll bet you they're going to judge us. So I'd purposely put my arm around her and give her a kiss and walk along, And as soon as they'd get past us, I'd turn around quickly.
Yeah.
And I'd be expecting them to be looking at us and staring, going, "Oh, look at that, look at that." And they weren't. They were just walking along like normal. I was actually disappointed. I'm thinking, why aren't these people judging us? Why isn't anyone looking at us? I wanted someone to be judgmental. So basically, people are pretty good. No one says anything. I mean, look, they might think stuff and they might look at us out of the corner of their eye, but, all in all, most people don't make it obvious. And so they're either being really nice or they don't care. And for me, whichever way they think, I don't give a shit, because we're happy and that's all that matters. So nothing else matters. If other people are judgmental, they've got the problem, not us. So I reckon couples that might be unhappy with each other might be judgmental. Oh, look at them. Well, before they look at us...
jealousy, probably.
Yeah, maybe before they look at us, they should look at their own relationship. Because if they're happy and we're happy, that means everyone's happy. Where's the problem? No problem.
Yeah.
The ultimate goal in life is to be happy, is it not? So, if we're all happy, what the hell? People that are being judgmental going, "Oh, look at them. They're probably not happy themselves."
Well, they should look at themselves first and see if they're perfect.
They got to fix their problem. We don't have a problem. So I don't care. Jezz here is a little more concerned with people being judgmental.
Yeah.
Probably because she's younger and I'm older. I've been through many things in my life, and I've learnt to realise that you can't live your life based on what other people think. You shouldn't live your life trying to please other people. It's nice to keep everybody happy, but you don't need to put on a false persona or become a different person just to keep someone else happy. You keep yourself happy. If you're happy, life's too short, man. If we're happy, what the hell, it doesn't matter. And, I think happiness and success outside of your soul is one thing, but you can't enjoy that unless you're happy within your own heart. Yeah. Happiness and joy and success comes from within your own body. And if you're happy inside, then everything outside will also become happy. So, you need to be happy inside first. We're both happy inside and we're happy outside too. So I don't care what other people think. This one needs to learn that, and she's learning that slowly. I need to.
Takes time.
Yeah, she gets upset sometimes. Even little things within my own family that she might take the wrong way. I need to convince her that it's nothing to worry about. You don't worry about it if other people don't care, whether it's outside family or within family. Still,
I think It's because it's not our culture as a Filipino or a Filipina. It's not really our culture. No one really jokes around. Like everyone really takes it seriously. And you know, we're not used to Australian culture, and they're pretty much jokes all the time. And it's something that I feel like you don't need to be joking like that. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's something like something serious, but they're, I don't know, I feel like...
Okay, what she means is this. It's taken, she's been here 4 years now, yeah? 4 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's taken Jezz a long time to realise that the Australians are jovially sarcastic. Sorry, I had a red wine before I came. Jovially sarcastic. What I'm trying to say is our sense of humour, often we say things that we don't really mean.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, remember that argument we had?
Yeah.
We were in the bedroom.
No,
wait. I'll say first. Jezz was in the wardrobe doing something. I don't know.
I was cleaning the whole wardrobe. I was pulling all the clothes out and tracking them and mess everywhere.
Throwing out my favourite old t-shirts with holes and stains and stuff. Right, tomato sauce all over them. Anyway. So I walked in and saw her, and I put my hands on my hips and I said to her, "Oh my God, have a look at this.
You wrecked my house. You ruined my life."
Yeah, you're wrecking my house. You're ruining my life. My God, what the hell are you doing here? Well, in 10 minutes, she'd packed her suitcase. She'd walked out the front door at 10 o'clock at night, and she's walking down the road, going God knows where. And I'm thinking, what the hell, she's gone? What did I do wrong? And she said, and I finally drove my car and found her half a kilometre down the road. And I said, what are you doing? And she said, well, if I've wrecked your house and ruined your life, what the hell are you doing chasing me? Just let me go, I'm leaving. And I said, wait, I was only joking. And she says, what sort of joke is that?
Yeah.
Telling me that I've ruined your life and wrecked your house. I said, trust me, I'm only joking. I'm only kidding. I actually appreciate the fact that you're cleaning the wardrobe. I don't appreciate the fact you're throwing out my favourite t-shirts, right? But that's all right. When she was gone, I got them out of the rubbish bag. So
yeah, that was the biggest fight we had.
And that's the Australian humour. I said that as a total joke, but she doesn't get it. She says, what's so funny about telling someone that you've wrecked their life and ruined their house?
Yeah, because I feel like it's not a good joke at all. And why would you say that?
I don't know, it's just, that's how Australians are.
Yeah, that's the thing that I don't get. And I'm still learning to get used to it.
Yeah.
And he kept saying to me that, my God, I better watch what I said, because it just upsets me. Little things upsets me.
So for a long time after that, I was walking on eggshells, man. I was just like, shit, I better not say the wrong thing or she's going to be pissed off. She'll be heading down the road anyway. Thank God I've thrown the red suitcase out. She can't pack that anymore.
Guys, we have these jokes all the time about this red suitcase, because when I came here, I had this red suitcase. And every time we had a fight, I sort of packed my suitcase.
Anyway, it's a bit of entertainment. Yeah, so you know, back to the topic. Judgmental people. You know, look, I don't know. I mean, I think it's okay to judge people within yourself, you know, but you need to make sure if you're going to judge someone, you need to have good evidence.
Yeah, and I
you know, like the bloke over the road, just because he comes home with a new car and I don't like him for some reason, I can't say, oh, he must have stolen that.
No.
I have no evidence he stole it, so why would I judge him and say he's a thief, he stole it? Like, you need evidence to judge people.
Yeah.
People don't go to court in front of a judge, right, without evidence.
No, but...
You got to have evidence, man.
Yeah,
if someone does the wrong thing and they deserve it, judge them.
Yeah.
But when people have done nothing wrong, we've done nothing wrong, apart from being in love, being happy, found each other, had a little boy, little Jake, he's 3, he's beautiful. You guys have probably seen him in other videos. Where the hell is the problem? I don't know. I love our life, you know. Even my kids, my daughter is 22, same age as Jezz. My son is 17, Alicia and Julian. And you know, you would think that, well, look, it's taken a while, but, you know, it's 4 years down the track now. And, you know, my kids, they love jazz. There's been a few issues, probably more with Alicia being the same age, not so much with my son Julian, although he doesn't say too much, but everyone gets on well now. But we did have a few little issues along the way. But, you know, I would hope that my kids would want to see their dad happy. That's what it's all about, isn't it? I mean, I want to see my kids happy. That's all I want. Basically, I live my life. I mean, I had my life up to a certain point, and then once I had children, both from my previous relationship and with Jezz, you know, my kids are the most important thing in my life right now. And since my first child was born, which was Alicia 22 years ago, that's when my life changed. My priorities changed. All of a sudden, my kids became the most important thing in my life. Nothing else matters. As a parent, my job, bringing them into the world, is now to see them grow to adults and become successful and happy. Yeah. They're the two things I want, success and happiness for my kids. You know, and I think the parents of the kids to be happy and in love with each other is one of the most important things. And okay, you know, Alicia and Julian being 22 and 17, my previous relationship, I don't know how long we were together for, 16 years or whatever, and you know, we had our differences and we separated, but we parted on good terms.
Yeah.
And we are still on good terms, and that's important for my kids because they don't see, I think it's the worst thing and it's the saddest thing for kids to see their parents fighting and arguing. You know, they need to be brought up and nurtured in a loving and caring relationship. And Jezz and I share our love and our affection with each other all the time. And little Jake sees us cuddle. Whenever he sees us cuddle, he's 3 years old. Whenever he sees us cuddle, he runs over and he jumps in the middle of us. He wants a cuddle too.
I think he never really seen us fight. No, and I think it's just been lately, I have been really emotional lately, and that's just, you know, I think it was just recently that he's seen us not very happy, but we're doing good now, and yeah, we tried our best not to show it to him when we have a little bit of fight or arguments, but yeah, he pretty much seen us happy and loving, and you know, we always show him love.
How beautiful is it for a child, you know, when he sees mum and dad cuddling and kissing, that he runs over and wants to cuddle and kiss himself. Yeah. He realises and he learns at such a young age that it's an important part of life, showing your love and affection for each other.
And you know
what a beautiful thing.
And you know what's funny, when, you know, when Peter and I have a little bit of a, like, games, like, or you know, like we tickle each other, or and I normally scream, you know, girls screams, and Jake would run and protect me straight away.
He tells me off, Daddy, don't hurt Mummy, Daddy, don't, and I have to say, it's all right, darling, Mummy's
just playing.
Yeah, Mum's just having fun. Come on, come and play with us. You know, we have to be careful of that, because although we're playing games and she's screaming, even if I'm tickling her and she's screaming, he thinks I'm hurt. Like he thinks, Dad, what are you doing to make Mummy scream?
Yeah.
So, you know, you got kids are very, very sensitive and their brains are like little sponges. Everything they see and everything they hear, they take it in and they interpret it in their own little way. So we as parents need to make sure that his interpretations are healthy interpretations and loving interpretations. So, you know, even if we have an argument or Jezz is upset about, you know, something, or she's emotional, you know, you need to hide that from the kids. You know, they're things that adults go through. A child's life needs to be nothing but happy and feeling safe and secure and loved. So that's a little bit off topic, but you know, something that I'm very passionate about. You know, my kids, I want their happiness. I had a beautiful upbringing. My parents, my grandparents, you know, very, very lucky. There was no abuse. There was never a shortage of good food or a good home to live in. All my sporting dreams were realised. Everything I wanted to do and try, I was able to. You know, I played football, cricket, martial arts, jiu-jitsu, well, not back in those days, but you know, I just swimming. I did every sport that I wanted to do, motorbike riding, go-karting, everything. It was just a wonderful upbringing. And I'm extremely grateful to my family that my parents, my dad has passed, but my mum is 83, better health than I am, thank God. And, you know, she's given me the best life that I could ever wish for. And so if I can pass at least that on to my kids, well, I know that they'll grow up hopefully with the same appreciation and be good kids, you know, and turn out good people.
You're about to cry.
No, I'm not. Cry. Only girls cry.
Yeah, I've seen you cry. You know, yeah, guys, I've seen him cry. He was watching Cars. You know the Cars, the cartoon Cars.
Movie. I never cry. Movies make me bloody cry. I hate it. I hate movies. They make me cry.
And
I try and hide it. I try and go like this and I wipe the tears so no one can see, and you know.
But how funny the Cars cartoon. He was crying.
Yeah, because the two cars were in love. You know, one old car came up to the other one, and they found each other, and their headlights were blinking, and the grills were talking, and they were rubbing headlights together, and you know their front tyres were rubbing, and they were so happy and in love, and I cried. The bloody cartoon with two cars in love, and I cried. What the hell's going on there? Anyway, that's a bit off topic
too. Very off topic. Yes, darling. Anyway, so yun guys, about the topic, he pretty much doesn't...
I don't care what people think. People can think and say what they want. I know I'm a good person, she's a good person, we're in love. That's the bottom line. Who cares what people think?
So, yun nga. Anyway guys, that will be it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching our video. I hope you learned something from us, and yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
Live, love and learn.
Yeah.
Relax.
Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.